Hey everybody, it's Cautionary. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. It is another video from your older than average YouTuber here on the YouTube and the birds. Oh, and my cat. Today is a cautionary tale of overconsumption. So if you want to see what we're talking about today, if you didn't read the thumbnail, you're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. I never thought I'd be the person that declutters, but this is going to be declutter number 3 over the last 3 years. The last 2 I did kind of like go over my whole collection, and then I decluttered a few things as I was going along. This time, instead of it, so it won't take hours or having to be 2 parts or whatever, I've decided just to do the stuff that I've decluttered. I went through my whole collection, I went through everything, and then I decluttered. If you want to see what's in my collection after all this, let me know and I will fill that. But right now we're gonna go and do a declutter. So this declutter is going to be everything. Usually I think I just do palettes, but this time I've done lipsticks and highlighters and blushes and eyeliners, and I just went through everything. It was getting out of hand. So this basically is a cautionary tale on overconsumption, on FOMO, on just feeling the need to want to have everything, and especially complete collections. That said, as I just bought the new Cosmic Brushes collection, but as we're going through some of these things, you can see why it's maybe not a good idea to, unless you know you're going to use all the products or you don't have a lot of products, to maybe just pick and choose what you want out of collection. I mean, I bought like Glam Light's Betty Boop collection, which I love, don't regret. I bought the Glam Light Kiss collection, got it on a deep discount though, and I love everything in it. I've got the Wicked Widow Beauty Crow collection, which I love, don't regret, and other collections over time. But a lot of times the collections are lipsticks and highlighters and blushes and eyeshadow palettes and collector boxes and just so much, and then sometimes you find that you don't use it all. My birds are, as usual, are on fire. They were quiet all this morning. I decided to film. They're hearing me talk, so off they go. Should have filmed this last week. Wilma, I should have done, because you should have seen, because I was babysitting 2 of my friends' birds, and they always want to be on you. They're hilarious. On my Instagram, I have some videos. Maybe I'll pop in a couple videos of those crazies in here as well.
You put on makeup? Do you want to step up? No? You're just going to bite it? Yeah? You're so funny. Yeah, you are funny. Very funny girl. You like the P. Louise? Yeah? Do you like the P. Louise? Yeah? You're going to end up with black feet? Or gray feet? Maybe some sparkles? Yeah? Mm-hmm. Pika Pika? Hi. Hi. What you doing? Pretty bird. Yeah. Big wings. Those are nice big wings. Goodness. Big wings. Good girl. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, are those the budgies? Yes, are those the budgies? Yeah.
But let's get started on the chaos. So, like I said, I'm not going to go too, maybe palettes I will, the different palettes, but on all the things like lipsticks and stuff, I might not go as in depth because I don't want this to be a 20-hour video. But let's start with our first little basket here, and this is going to be lipsticks. So the majority of them are liquid lipsticks and lip glosses, and there are a couple lipstick traditional bullet lipsticks. Now the majority is that these are going, some of them are going off, and I'm going to grab a couple here. I know there's a couple more in the collection, but these are the 2 that are sitting on top. So like for instance, I got from Alien Cosmetics, aka Unearthly Cosmetics, I had bought, oh here's the other one. So I had bought the Grunge collection, and it came with 3, was it a liquid lipstick and 2 lip glosses, or it was 3 lip glosses? Can't remember. What is this? Hold on. I think it's a lip gloss. Yeah, so yes. So they were all lip glosses. I'm not normally a lip gloss fan. I couldn't get the palette on its own, plus it was a palette plus 3 lip glosses. I thought that would be good. I did use them a little bit, but not enough before they expired. So I just noticed when I was going through them, I opened everyone, I smelt them. If they smelled bad, they right away went into the basket. And other ones, if I wasn't sure about color or how they were doing, I would swatch them. So this is an example, there's probably going to be several more, of things that came in a full collection where I just technically really wanted the palette, but because they were during their name change, they didn't have the I think you could only get the set, you couldn't get the palette or the glosses separate anymore. So I bought the whole thing, and it just ended up that these unfortunately just went bad over time. Probably could use them a little bit longer, but they were just starting to smell and I haven't been using them. So I thought, well, since I'm decluttering, off they go. There'll be other things like, for instance, this one. I always forget the name of this brand because they don't write it on their tubes usually. Lovelace Cosmetics. I love their liquid lips. I have 4 other ones that I love, but for some reason this one was thick, goopy, and disgusting, and the color was weird. It wasn't quite like the photo. I thought it was more orangey, like on the tip, but it's a weird yellow. So this one is just because I don't like it. And then there's a couple more like that. I bought when the Walmart collection of Woma Beauty went down to $2. They were getting rid of it. I had bought a couple of glosses and lipsticks to try them out. They get all over your teeth. You put it on, reapply all over your teeth. So I decided not to. I did a mystery box. Unless I really know the brand really well, I'd never do mystery boxes again, but I did Jolie Beauty, and these were originally a couple things I thought I would like, but basically everything in that mystery box I hated, and these colors were terrible, so I decided now, why am I holding on to these? Take them out. And then here's another one. I love this one, but it stopped working and it's so hard to get, even with a brush, to get the color off. This is from Black Moon Cosmetics. So this is gonna go. A few things started to split. And I just wasn't using them. I have a couple bullets that also were going off. Some more. I've had these ones for ages. Juvia's Place. And same thing too, they just started to go off. So if you're buying so many different lip glosses, liquid lips, that they're piling up like this, you know, and then you keep buying more, this is what's going to happen. And this is, I would want to say, is like, I probably have half this many of glosses still and probably about this many of liquid lips still. So, you know, it's crazy. So like this is all garbage and it's pretty sad. And you know, it's just, lipstick is not something that you can easily sanitize and give away even if these were good. But again, so we've got this full basket of good intentions gone bad. So again, these days, with the way the world is going, overconsumption isn't the way. I've been working really hard to not buy as much makeup, and I've been pretty good this year. So far, I think I bought, I want to say 3 cosmic brushes, because I said cosmic brushes my one thing, and I did buy a P. Louise thing. That's coming soon. But I've decided those were probably my last purchases, because this is insane. I have so much makeup. I just can't deal anymore. So we've got these. Alrighty, so next up I'm gonna go just a whack of different things, and these will all have different reasons. I had bought this Profusion brow kit. I kept all the brushes. I kept the brow stencils. There was a couple brow pencils. I kept those as well. In here somewhere I do have the eyebrow pomade that came in here, but it got really goopy and sticky, and I didn't really use these particular ones here. So I would say half of this was used, but I'm just not using the rest, so I decided now to get rid of it. And then other than that, there's just some things. So for instance, back in the day when I couldn't get P. Louise, or I just felt it was too expensive just to get their bases, and this was before they started doing way more makeup, I had bought through, not Temu, but maybe Wish or some site, I bought the dupes. And they weren't bad. They didn't sting or do anything. They worked fine, but I've had these probably, I want to say 5 years now. I do have a couple P. Louise, a couple other brands that I like, better, so I've decided that these can finally go. There's another one here. This is the Most Concealer by Kimchi. I really didn't like it. I got it as a concealer. It was too white. Thought I would use it as an eye primer. Was not so good for that. A couple other things. I tried the Ordinary, it's Hylamide photography foundation. It's just supposed to even out just for taking photos. Didn't really like that either. Love their regular foundation. And then it was just a mix of eye pomades that I didn't use. There's again another one from Jolie Beauty. I thought I would use it because it's black. No. A white one that went hard. One of the biggest mistakes I ever did, and it's one of my favorite brands, is Cheekbone Beauty. I bought the whole set of these sticks. So like foundation concealer sticks. I don't like using sticks. I found I didn't really like them too much. A lot of the colors I couldn't use. And then the two eye colors that came with, I think maybe because I have too oily of eyelids, the color didn't stay. So even though I've loved everything that Cheekbone Beauty has put out, these kind of weren't it for me. So these are finally going to go. I tried a Body Shop Second Skin foundation. Did not like that. Yeah, that's pretty much what's in here. We've got some eyeliners. I went and I tested out. So there are a whack of eyeliners that have kind of dried out or weren't very good. The Revolution Beauty, no bueno. And then I have a couple, I think this is like C color, it just stopped working. So things like that. So I also have this whole bin of things. Should I have bought the dupes? No. Should I have bought the foundation sticks? No. Everything else in here was good face tries, but again, it's still, you know, things that didn't work out and ended up being a waste of money. So really, again, doing your research or staying tried to true, not getting dupes is a better way to save money and not have all of this waste. Oh, this I just dumped in here. It's a light for UV lights. It's just in here. I'll put it somewhere else later. It was in the drawer. Alrighty, another thing that we got here. So this is another mix of things. It's mostly going to be singles, blushes, highlighters. Some of these are good. They either are too dark for me or I have too many of the same type colors. So I might see if a friend or two would like some of them. And then there's a few things that just are no bueno. So everybody really liked, I'm not glad I bought this little one. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Flawless Filter. I don't get it. I don't understand why people like it. I don't know. What is this? It's supposed to make you glowy and nice, and you can wear it underneath. Danielle Kirsty uses it all the time. She does a makeup and murder sort of thing. And I've had this bottle forever. I thought I'd try and use it, but I just keep forgetting about it. So that, again, thank goodness I only ever bought the small bottle. That was terrible. And then I just have things in here that I got, like subscription boxes. Now, I had the Ice Cream Beauty box for a year. I loved it. I loved all the palettes. I loved trying all the new things. But then I ended up with a whole bunch of one-off highlighters and blushes and things that I already had in palettes. So like this one, I think I used it once to test it. This is from Bow Babe Beauty. It's a pretty color, but I have this in several palettes, shades similar to that. So, you know, things like this. I got this Kinder Beauty in it was a Poshmark mystery box, I think. It was either that or it was, I can't remember. It's like a mystery box that comes out every year. Anyways, most of the colors, this was a light enough color, but this was too dark. I just find I didn't reach for it. I have like this Revolution one. I did use it a few times. It was kind of fun, but they're really not colors I use. Like I said, there's a few that I'll try and find a home for. This Deadly Nightshade. This is from Melt. So this was from one of their collections. Yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas collection. So it's like a blush and a highlighter, like a cream one. A couple things have gone bad, so I do have a couple things from Fenty, a couple sticks from Fenty Beauty. One is a concealer one, and then one is like a blushy type one. This one got really dry, so it was really hard to get any color to come out anymore. As you can see, you have to really push on it to get color. This one I didn't use too much, and it's just very old. It doesn't smell like anything, so it's probably still technically good. They're magnetic, but again, I just didn't really use them. So these definitely won't need to find a home. Like I said, a few of these may. I have an RCM Beauty foundation. I did use a bit of it. It's a very thick, heavy foundation. I think I got a bit used, but it is also very old, starting to smell a little bit like old makeup. So I thought it was time to go. This one, the dupe for the Danessa Myricks. I had two of them. One I ended up sending to Wilma. She loved it, but this one is expired. I think this is expired for like 8 months or 5 months or something now, and I don't really use it. So this one I pulled out, and then I have some things here. This one I can't give away either. The Prime is Everything. I really like these from the Balm, but I forgot about this one for a while, so now it's dried out. So I maybe used half of it, and the nude one I've used in its entirety. Here's another one for Beau Babe Beauty. Sorry that this brand keeps getting the shaft here, but this one too is just too dark of a color, but I'll see if somebody likes it. I got this beautiful baked highlighter from Juvia's Place, but I too find it's a little bit too dark. Oh, from Dose of Colors. I love Dose of Colors. I bought a whack of stuff on sale. This one doesn't. They make one of my favorite liquid lips. This one just, it doesn't give me a lot of payoff. So I don't know, maybe because it's old, but I can't get any payoff on this one anymore. I have the Spectrum one here that I just don't use. I've got a Charlotte Tilbury that I had bought thinking I could use it. It was one of the limited edition Christmassy ones. It's way too dark. Oh, this is another product that I bought. This is from Candy Bella. You can get it on Amazon, Wish, and a few other places. It's like and I use quite a bit of it. You can see I hit pan, but it's like a primer. Putty primer, but it's dried out. There's nothing to get anymore. It was really good when I first used it, but I can't get any product off of here anymore. It's dead. So, but you have to keep, so if you ever buy one of these, you just have to keep using it. Like I said, I did for a while, then I guess I forgot about it, and now it's dried out. So that's also no bueno. Here's something that I got in a Sydney Grace. It was like a highlighting powder. It's also way too dark. It was in a mystery bag. Here's one from Cover Effects that I got. I used part of it. I tried to make it work. It's an illuminating setting powder, but it says it's in light, but it's way too dark for me. Oh, here we go, Jolie Beauty. Like I said, that mystery box was ridiculous. Like it was literally, I thought there were a few things in here I liked. Can I even get this thing open? It does not want to open. Okay, let me get a weapon of mass destruction here. That's another reason why this thing is always so hard to open. Yeah, and then this is also too dark for me. It was the worst mystery box I'd ever did, and I paid a fortune for it too. Here are a couple other little things I bought. I think this one I might have got through Temu. This is Cake Show. It's very pretty, but again, I have some highlighters that look like this. I just did a small Temu haul just to try it. Here's from So Rich. Same thing too. This one's really nice. I'm going to see if somebody wants it. Use it a couple times, but again, I have highlighters like this already. Got this one from Soda. It's like a bronzer highlighting duo, too dark. Oh, this one I think is from Laura Mercier. This is just, it's expired. I've got through a good chunk of it, but it's expired and the case is broken and it's drying out. This is another thing I do not understand. Wish I never bought it, but I gave into the hype. So this is from Hourglass. This is their Hourglass. This is their Eternal Light. Again, this is another product that I don't understand. I kept trying. It was in my project pan. I don't know. Again, it just feels powdery. I don't know what it's supposed to do. Just done nothing for me. So maybe if somebody else wants it. And then a Charlotte Tilbury blush. And it's only because I used the whole center part out. Just the shiny part is left. The mirror is broken. I haven't been using it. It was in Project Pan for a while, so I think it's time to go. So from all that, I do have a small pile here that other people think that these are not too dark for them or they can use them. At least these can maybe find a home. Alrighty, so now we're going to go to the box. I wasn't originally going to film this, but I thought, you know, this is definitely a cautionary tale of maybe I will show it. I'll just too much. So there we go. A couple things I had already decluttered, but I was keeping them as display items. So this is the Mean Girls palette and the Fairy Tales palette from Storybook Cosmetics. I'm just running out of space as well, so hopefully I can find homes for these. But these were originally part of another I really like the burn book one. Look how pretty that is. Alrighty, so I did also have a few other palettes that were not eyeshadow related that I'm looking to either probably rehome. So I have from here, from Revolution Beauty, I have their Trio Contour. I don't like contour. I did try it. Too lazy to open it. You can see the colors here. I think I used it exactly once, so maybe somebody else will want it. It's cute, so I'm just going to stick it in that pile. When Makeup Geek was having their final sale, I picked up a whack of stuff and I wanted to try one of their bronzers. The description sounded like it wouldn't be too dark, but it's too dark. So I tried it once to see if I could make it work. It was just too dark. My cat. Then we had, I got this again in an ice cream box. This is from Appeal Beauty. This is, it's kind of like a eyeshadow lip kit, or is this a lip thing? I don't know what this is supposed to be. What is this? This is a universal face palette. So I suppose you can use it for blush, lips, bronzer. It's creams. It's, I don't think anybody's going to want it, but I have that. It was okay. I used it once to try it out. Maybe twice, but not my kind of thing. Let's see here. I've got from Suva Beauty the toppers. No matter how pretty they are, there's even a green one in there. You know I love green. I just find that I didn't reach for it. I have tons of highlighters that are kind of in that, so I thought maybe somebody may want that from my friend group. I have from C Color the Fantasy Glow Kit. I quite like this, but again, I have this a few times over from other brands, so I did use it once, I think, for a video, and that's the last time I touched it. That's the other thing, buying things just for videos or to try brands out if you're not sure. Is that the best move? Probably not. This one was really nice. This is Blushing in Bali. This is from BH Cosmetics. Somehow my cover got a bit goofed. This is very pretty, but again, I have several like this. I have one from a brand that I really like. It's a bigger palette, so it's like, did I need the smaller one? Not so much. I think this was gifted to me, or it came in a gift box, but hopefully I can find a home for that. This was gifted to me. I just never reached to use it. This is from Beauty Bakery. This is the Queen of Tarts face palette, and it's just pretty dark for me, but it is nice. Another C Color item, and I do like C Color. They were a cute little brand, and like I used this one once as well. This is the Color Blossom, but again, this is another one where I have some of these colors already duplicated by other brands I like. A few of the colors are darker, I wouldn't use them. I think I really like these two colors in that one originally, so we're going to try and find a home. I have, this is from Moira Cosmetics. I had their bronzer, used the crap out of this. And I got this blush. I kind of liked that one, but that was too red for me. So I kind of knew that buying it. So this was another one where I should have bought a lighter color. What did I have a lighter color and I used that one up too? That could be it. I remember having 3 palettes. I think I had a bronzer, a lighter, and a dark one, and I panned the other 2, but I didn't do that one. I have from Wayne Goss. This was another one too where I really like the highlighter in it, but I decided to pick a really vibrant color and it was a little bit too vibrant for me. The highlighter is really nice, but again, hopefully I can find a home for it. It was on the pricey side. And then I think I have 2 more things left on the non-eyeshadow palettes, even though I did start 2 eyeshadow palettes, but like I said, they were previously in there. I have both the Saharan blush palettes from Juvia's Place. I haven't bought anything from them in a long time. I'm not buying makeup really anyways. I found that volume 1 was too dark for me. This was probably the only shade I could use. I do love me an orange, but I was thinking maybe it's time to give somebody else a try. And then I also have a volume 2, and then I did use this one a little bit. I think I use these 3 colors here the most, but again, I have so many blush palettes that I thought, you know what? We're gonna find these a home. So there we go. So that's just some other things. Again, with the consumption thing, if you are gonna try something new, like this is when Wayne Goss was first coming out. I bought his lips, and then I bought this because I really quite like him. Something happened with his brand. I don't know if he's gonna rebrand, but it doesn't exist anymore. The packaging is beautiful, but it's expensive, and I picked the wrong colors. So there we go. Okay, so now we're on to eyeshadow palettes. I don't think any of these were previously decluttered that I kept just for keeping. So let's go with some of the smaller. I have one other compact in here. So this is from Odin's Eye, and this one I bought 2 of the blushes. They both ended up being similar for this one collection here. What was it? The Soul Mane 2, I think. This was the way darker of the 2. It was just way too dark. I didn't really reach for it. So again, this is another one that I'm thinking maybe somebody can find a home for. Oh, every time I think and I run into something else. So my friend brought me from India some makeup, which I had asked her to do, and asked her specifically for this brand. And I did a nice video with it. But I find that this color is a little bit too dark. I never used the brush, so finding a home. Alrighty, little palettes. So these ones I really liked, actually. So I got this one to do a comparison with the Natasha Denona little kit, and I did one on each eye, and it was did really great. But I have some black, and I already have the Natasha Denona mini. I have some other minis. This one's only been used once, so somebody may want it. This is really good. Like hard candy. If you want some drugstore stuff, that's great. I highly recommend these. And then this is the monochrome shadows. This is in Drip. So these are the blue ones. This is also really nice. Again, this is one that I've used, I think, once. Yeah, I think I only used 2 shades out of it. They're really good, but I now have the really big P. Louise blue palette, so I quite don't need these little ones. I have from Kimchi, this is just a duo. It was nice. I think I did this in a video as well, but I just don't reach for singles, and I didn't show it, but I had a handful of singles that were ancients that I had pulled out of other palettes. I threw those away, and now I have 2 booklets still of some singles, more favorite ones like a JD Glow and stuff, Noctex, things that I got singles. I've kept them, but I really don't reach for singles as a whole, so that was kind of a bad purchase. Then I got from Believe Beauty, I had got this in a exchange. I got several different ones. I think I decluttered one the last time. Thought I'd be reaching for this shiny one, but I just didn't. I don't even know if I used it. I think maybe once. Yeah, I think I might have used this light shade here. So I think, again, I'm going to find a home. Now, here's another brand that I didn't really keep up with. I just never ended up getting some more. I did like them. And then after maybe using this a half a dozen times or so, I just stopped using it. So this is from Game Beauty. This is the Adventure palette. It is still the cutest little palette. It's in my, one of my favorite color stories, greens. And I used the crap out of this yellow. But I think since I haven't been using it in a while, maybe I can find a home for them. All right, here's another smallish one. This is from, I think it's Nisi Beauty, and it looks like, that chick, that actress that has a makeup. Rare Beauty, yes. So it looks like the girl who does Rare Beauty. It was a cute little palette. I did one look with it, but again, it was in a nice ice cream box or bag, maybe one of the two. Anyways, I didn't really reach for it, so I thought it was time to find it a home. Oh, I've got one that's a big regret coming on up here pretty soon. And then I have a few other ones. This one, I believe I was gifted. See, In My Way Italian Spritz. I don't think I ever used this. Yeah, not even once. It's very pretty though. But so, nope, no, they all smell good. So this is something that I should be able to find a home for. This one, I've just kept it and kept it and kept it, but now the last little while I've not used it. So this is probably really expired. So this is from, I was going to say Be Perfect from Beauty Bay. It's the pastels, and I did use this one quite a bit at the time. Each one has quite a nice little divot in there, but the last little while I just stopped using it. I guess since I'm more of a fan of grungy colors, so I think it was time to go. And actually, might as well show this at the same time. And then I had bought this around the same time. I thought these could work well together. This is the Bright Mattes from Beauty Bay. Here we go. It's really nice. I've used a few of the shades in here. This row I've used a lot. Probably one of the most that I've used. I just don't really lean towards really big palettes either. I think like a 16 to 20 count is usually my best. I've had this for years. I like the Beauty Bay smaller palettes better. I kept all of those. I didn't declutter any of those. I reach for those more, so I thought it was time to let my two first original Beauty Bay ones go. My Juvia's Place is getting smaller and smaller. Here's the Queen palette. This is the Fumi X Juvia's Place. As you can tell, like all of them, like this one I've used a little bit. I just not enough love, and I feel really bad. I really like Fumi, but again, maybe I could find a home for her. I rarely get rid of any peelies, but I've just decided that this one, the Love Affair here with these like orangey tones, I think that's the only one that's in here. Oh, no, I've got another one, so let's talk about that. And I think I have some more Juvia's Place too. But anyways, this color story I wasn't reaching for. And this one, I'm working to getting the black one. Part of the reason why for this declutter. So I have this one with the grays in there. So like I said, I rarely get rid of anything P. Louise, but I thought these two could go on smaller palettes. Speaking again, even though they cost me $2 each on a regret thing, I don't like using quads very often either. And I had bought from when Woma was closing in Walmart, I had bought these two quads. I think this one I didn't use at all, and I think this one I might have used the green out of it. Maybe. I can't even remember if I did use them. So there we go. So again, even though it was $4 altogether, that's still money. Again, cautionary tale. So from Midas, when they were closing, I had bought it was volume 1 and volume 2. And this is also a kind of pastel-y one. I keep everything Midas, but I just found that I just don't use pastels that much anymore. So I thought this one I can give up. I did use the blue and the green a little bit. I did kind of use them in tandem with the Beauty Bay one because the couple shades in here were a bit darker than those. So I could use that. I had previously decluttered the other one that was similar. And then I've got one here from Rude Cosmetics, the Spell Book. I bought 2 of them at the time. I've kept the greenish one, but I find I wasn't really reaching for this anymore. So I thought somebody may want it. So I think that's close to the end of some of the smaller palettes. We've got Kimchi Mango Tango. I kept their Virgin Mojito, but this was another one that I just never touched. So we'll see if somebody wants that. I think this was gifted to me from Wilma. Sorry, Wilma, passing her on. This is one of my big regrets. So Wilma has the Glaminatrix palette. I have the Dragon Fruit palette from Cleona Cosmetics. I wanted the 2 highlighters in this collection, and I hemmed and hawed. No, I shouldn't buy anything. The shipping's really expensive. It's ridiculously expensive for a Canadian brand to ship in Canada. They're crazy. I don't understand. But anyways, I hemmed and hawed. The crazy, awesome highlighters sold out, and then I felt like I was doing the FOMO thing, and then I went and I ordered this palette. It is very pretty, but I just don't touch it. I just don't use it. It's very expensive. It's more just toppers. They're very light. I do like the green. So I thought maybe One of my friends that say that might be a little bit more like a crow, they may like this, but this was a very expensive regret. I think we all have one of those. Every time I look at it, I'm like, So here I got from Delancey, this is the Dolphin palette. This is the 9-color teal eyeshadow palette. I have their Gothic one, which I really like. This one I think I used once or twice. It's fine, their quality is okay. The Gothic one I like a little bit better. I just don't reach for it. I have a lot of these colors in other palettes, so that was time to go. I have a few here from C Color. Here's the Empowered Excellence. Very pretty. It does have glitters in it. I hate glitters. They have some of the better glitters out of glitters, but I just don't reach for it. Then we've got the Death Valley. This one is just beautiful. I just liked it because of the Art Deco. The color story is very neutral. I think I've used it once. I got this from Wilma. Wilma's used it once. I probably used it once. This one ended up not being a favorite all around. This I never ended up using. I like the packaging though. You can lock it and then you can unlock it. And it's this little palette here. I was gifted this with some other PR at the time, and I've never even touched it. I wanted to do a video with it. I thought it was quite cute. I just more for the packaging, but I just didn't reach for it. So it's got to go. We've got the Mimosa palette from BH Cosmetics. I kept quite a few of the palettes. It's just two that I didn't keep the way it looks like, and it just because I have some of these colors sporadically throughout. I don't really use these colors too much. I always feel like I look like I have pink eye. I just have problems with pinks. I'm working on it. But that's the hardest color for me to use, so I thought maybe somebody else might want that. Let's see here. Okay, so this is from Sample Beauty. I quite like Sample Beauty. I really like how they lay out the color story. I used it when it first came out. This was one of the ones where in makeup group that I was in, everybody's going on about how much they love Sample Beauty. I had done a video in my monthly video with makeup therapy using it. But again, I've had it a while. I don't reach for it. Maybe somebody else would like it in my friend group. Speaking of new brands to trial, my friend Martha really likes, or was really interested in trying Rebel Rouge Labs. So she was doing a order, and I says, you know what, I want to try them too. It was on sale, and I like the fact that it was called Karma Chameleon. All the things in here were very 80s themed, but again, this has glitter in it. Which even though the glitters are very pretty colors, I don't like glitter. I didn't like the formula. I just did not like this. So it's got to go. So this is another regret one, though it didn't cost that much. I think it probably cost me 10 or 15 bucks. This one was gifted to me, and I'm just going to let her go. This is a Trixie in Juno. Okay, Trixie Cosmetics does the best blushes. The best. I love them. I have two of the blush palettes. I have two of the singles. I'm obsessed with the blushes. The eyeshadows, not so much. I did keep one of the palettes, but oh, this is just dusty. No color payoff. This is not a black. Look at it. It doesn't even look like black. It's supposed to be a black. So even though I loved Juno Birch, I'm not going to touch it. Maybe somebody else wants it. Oh, this is another one. This is from Rude Cosmetics, I believe, as well. This is the Bite Me palette. This was part of a great big mystery box. Wilma got one and Martha got one, and they both got the same palette. They both wanted to give it to me, and I thought maybe I would like it, and I just never got around to using it. I might have done a swatch because it looks like I got a flangey in there. But other than that, packaging's nice. I quite like that. But I'm just not going to keep it. All right, this one is just old Strawberry Dream by Lunar Beauty. It still smells like strawberries. Yes, it does. So the still smells good. The quality is still fine. I just find that I'm not reaching for it. So I'm thinking maybe somebody will want that. So that is that. This is the Everything palette. This is by Jean-Luc Cosmetics. This is a Canadian brand. He's got a great little Instagram. I've kept his other stuff, but the palette, I bought it because it had gone kind of viral, this brand. I thought I would try it out. I did a video, and I think I used it once or twice after that, but it's just too neutral with me, with just pop of pink and purple. So maybe somebody else wants to try Canadian. The quality is great though. Like, this is really, really good stuff, but I just find that I don't reach for it. So there we go. And then two more. This is the Zulu palette from Juvia's Place. So I think now all the original Juvia's Place palettes have now been decluttered. I do like this one. These are the two colors that I used all the time. And yeah, so I think I used these two colors and these. So like this quad I used, and the rest I barely touched. Oh, I did this little one a little bit. Okay, so I lied. Okay, so these 5 colors, but I haven't touched it in a while. I do have some quads that are really light, 4 or 5 quads, 4 quads. Yeah, I have 4 quads, and then I have 3 or 4 of their like 6 or 9 pan ones that I really, yeah, like the longer ones. Anyways, I like those better. They're newer, so I'm keeping that. And then I have a couple of the bigger palettes. So this is the last of my original ones from like, I don't know, 2019, somewhere in there. Last but not least, I'm finally going to give this one up as well. This is from Kimchi. This is a Kimchi Catnips palette. I had this one for a really long time. It was gifted to me when I was just starting to getting into makeup again after years of not wearing makeup. As you can tell, it has been loved. I really like the shimmers in here, but again, it's just not been used. I think everything smells nice. I think yeah, we're still getting color payoff on here, I believe. Yeah, so they're still showing color. So there may be somebody that I know that still wants it. It probably has expired though, so I'll have to give that warning. But there we go. That's it. That's it for all my palettes that I'm decluttering and all the other things. So I say use them. Let me be the terrible warning. If you don't have a lot of makeup and you're just jonesing for a lot of makeup, seriously, just don't do it. You only have one face. There's only so much makeup that you can wear. This is not environmentally sustainable to do all this. I mean, I technically could have, for space-wise, gotten rid of some more palettes, but I think I'm whittling down to ones that I just really, really, really love by just certain brands. It's probably altogether maybe a dozen brands that I'm keeping. But there we go. Not super long, but long enough. So what can you learn from this? Just don't buy it. Really think about every purchase. When it comes to foundations, setting powders, primers, setting sprays, brow pencils, brow pomades, mascaras, I have no problem using those. I usually buy 1 or 2 at a time. As you saw, I decluttered some eyeliners that stopped working. I do still have a chunk of eyeliners that work, but as I noticed as I was reorganizing everything, having 8 black eyeliners going at one time is ridiculous. Just need maybe 1 thin one, 1 thick one, 1 or 2 colors. Mascaras, I always, most of the time, only have 1 open, maybe 2 if I'm doing 2 formulas together to make them work the way I want. Those things I go through quite often. But blushes, highlighters, and eyeshadow palettes, and lipstick, way too much. There's only so many things that you can buy. So I highly recommend that if you have a couple eyeshadow or yeah, maybe you can use more than a couple eyeshadow palettes, but say a couple blush palettes, a couple highlighter palettes, a couple loose ones, I think you're pretty good. I mean, this chasing, buying things because it looks great on social media, it just causes this. It causes all of this piling up everywhere, going bad. Powders luckily last a lot longer, but liquid lips and balmy blushes and things like that do go off. And like I said, I had a big basket of lipsticks where 90% of them were actually off. I didn't show, because I'm keeping them all. I have a whack of Besame ones that I have because I love their packaging, but except for the last couple I bought, they've all gone off as well. I can't wear that much lipstick that fast. So let me be that warning for you. Think before you buy complete collections and things that you already have enough. really to contemplate it so you don't have this much stuff that you have to find a home for, have your birds lecture you about, or have to throw in the garbage because you can't recycle it. It's awful. So anyways, that's it for me today. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe even hit that notification bell. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends and declutter another time. As always, behave, make good choices, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.